I rescued Stella the day after Thanksgiving in 2018 when I heard this loud screeching outside, and I ran outside and there were a bunch of neighborhood stray dogs attacking this other poor stray dog. I lived in a very rural part of South Texas at the time, and people would use my neighborhood to dump unwanted animals, and I believe that Stella was one of them. This poor little dog just stood up and she was in total shock and she was bleeding all over the place, and I picked her up, carried her inside, and I didn't know if she was going to live even. She wouldn't eat, she wouldn't drink. She had this enormous hematoma on the side of her head already from infections from the dog bites she had gotten. She had bite marks all over her body. She wasn't responsive to anything and I couldn't stop the bleeding. But despite everything that was going on and how scared and how much pain she must have been in, she was still wagging her tail for me. And I was able to get her some life-saving medical treatment from a local dog rescue group. And from there, she slowly started to get better. When I first rescued Stella, I noticed that she had a huge tumor on the lower part of her belly, and I knew that was going to be an issue too. And eventually, after a few months, it opened up and it was just continuously bleeding and getting worse and worse until finally the vet said we have to remove it now. So she went in for surgery and she recovered really well, but unfortunately about a year later the same thing happened and she had to have another tumor and several other smaller tumors removed. The vet said just because she spent so much time outside as a stray before I rescued her, there was just already a lot of damage done. You know, we lived in a very hot part of South Texas where it's really sunny most of the year, and pit bulls in general have very short fur and they're very sensitive to the sun. So it's probably going to still continue to be an issue for Stella. But I'm doing my best to try to limit her sun exposure and hopefully she won't get any more big tumors. Want a treat? Oh. Are you showing off your stubbornness? So it didn't take long for me to realize that Stella is just really a character. When I first rescued her, you know, strangers that had found a post that I had put about her when I was asking for help were commenting, oh, you know, be careful, she's a strange dog, she's a pit bull, you never know what she's gonna do. But I just could tell that I had nothing to be afraid of. She's just the sweetest dog, and I was totally right. She loves kids, she loves people, she loves everyone she meets, she loves other dogs. After she started feeling better and I was able to let her be around my foster animals, I quickly realized that she loved playing with my two other foster dogs.
What are you doing? You're sitting on her? Are you sitting on her?
I don't know if she liked my foster kitten as much, but she tolerated him.
Be nice.
She is definitely a pit bull, but I always joke that she looks like so many other animals. A seal, especially when she's wet. Baby hippo, baby rhino, manatee, capybara, a buffalo. She loves going in the car. She loves going on walks. That is her absolute favorite. She gets so excited when she knows that we're going on a walk.
What's going on here? You gotta let her to put the leash on. Oh, Stella. It's not very helpful.
She doesn't like baths that much, but she will stand there patiently and wait for it to be over. She just loves being outside. She loves sunbathing, which unfortunately she can't really do anymore, but rolling in the grass, rolling on her back in general, but rolling in the grass for sure is one of her favorite things. Food, that's probably her biggest motivation. She'll eat almost anything except for some fruits and vegetables that are just a little bit too healthy. She also makes the funniest noises. She's constantly sneezing, farting, snoring. I've even heard her burp a couple times, and she just sounds like a human burping when she does it. She loves to sleep. She loves running to her bed at bedtime and going to sleep and sleeping for like 13 hours. I also noticed that when I first rescued her, she would like nibble or love bite anything soft. Blankets, dog beds, pillows, sheets, even her foster sister's fur. And I think that she was just so happy to not be a stray anymore and to not be living outside and to just be comfortable and have all of these comfortable things around her. And that's just how she showed how happy she was. And she doesn't do it that much anymore. Mostly she'll love bite dirty socks now, but it's just the cutest thing when she does it. Stella also will let me dress her up, I discovered. I think sometimes she gets excited about it and sometimes not so excited.
Where are you going?
But she lets me do it and she's a really good sport and she looks super adorable.
Wanna go potty? Let's go potty. Let's go. You wanna go?
Stella definitely had a rough life. The first few years of her life, someone cropped her ears. It looks like she had multiple litters of puppies. I have a feeling that she was probably chained up at some point in her previous home. She has cancer. She was attacked, but she never let any of that keep her from trusting people. And it didn't change her sweet personality. She's just so full of love. And now she gets to live the good life, and she will for the rest of her life. And she really deserves it. And I'm really happy that she came into my life and that I can spoil her and give her as much love as possible and give her the best life possible. And I'm really grateful for her.